We have the lovely Cara all the way from Australia who will be warming us up. You need to do a sound check, Cara. Are you good?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Can you hear my music? Can you guys hear that? No?
It seems to be coming and going.
Okay. I'm having some technical problems this morning with my computer. I was trying to link my music, but I'm having some issues, so we'll see how we go. Anyway, all right, let's warm up. I wanted to share with you some Aussie music. Hopefully you can hear it, but some beautiful stuff. So a bit of Aussie stuff and a bit of cheese, because that's what I like. All right, let's do it. So we're going to start. We're going to come and bring our hands together. One hand on chest, one hand on belly. Taking a deep breath in. And relax. Again, in. And relax. Third breath. In. And relax. And we're going to take our hands down. Forward, reaching towards me. Coming back. Taking it nice and slow. Reaching forward. Coming forward. And folding down to touch your toes. Slow, slow, slow. To the floor if that's comfortable. Slowly rolling back. Inward. And again, hands lay down the legs to the floor. Slowly rolling back. And we're going to take our head to the side, ear to the shoulder, chin to chest. Taking it back. And other side. Ear to chest. Nice. And looking to your right, very gentle. Looking to your left. Again, to the right. And last one to the left. Coming back to center. Dropping chin to chest. Folding to the floor. Last time. Nice and slow. Head straight, slow. And yes. Good. And slowly coming back up. Beautiful. And we're going to reach left, very soft to begin with. To the right. To the left. To the right. Take a slightly bigger stance. We're going to lean into the left now. Lean into the right. Let's pick up the pace. Left. Right. Left. Right. And 1, 2, 3. Let's take the arm overhead. Over. 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 4, 3, 2. Take that arm low again. Side. 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 And 4, 3, 2. Bring it back to center. Gentle side twist. Holding that, then across to the other side. Again, 2 more. Good. And last one. Beautiful. Soft, gentle knees. You're going to fold forward like you're trying to reach towards me. And rotating those hands, and we're going to bring that energy back to center, rolling back through the shoulders. Again, forward, so it's a nice big side, little bit of a bend, and then coming back. Nice and forward through the spine. Again, 2 more of these. Keep track. Holding that. And come back. Good. And hands to center. We're going to rotate through the wrists. And take it back. And a little bit of a shake. All right, let's warm up. Get a little bit more pace. We're going to step, touch. Nice. Rolling through the shoulder. Roll. Now we're going to roll that shoulder forward, 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 forward. Nothing like a bit of trolls to start your day, or to end your day for you guys. Great. Good, we're going to do a little expansion and contraction. Expand, contract, expand, contract. So open your heart space, open, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, can you rib cage? Side, we're going to go front, we're going to go side, going back. So to the left, to the right, front, to the right, to the back. Good, and side, front, side, back, side, front. Let's reverse that. Now, right, front, left, back, right, front, left, back, right, front, left, back, right, front, left, back, step up, up. So little bend, nice and soft, nothing too crazy, and come towards me. So then move forward a little. Good, take it back, 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 back. Nice. Doing some nice rotation. So I'm going in a clockwise rotation. Other side, clockwise rotation. Good. And let's take that anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. 1. I'm getting up on all my American terms. 1. Good. Last one, change sides. This is 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And we're going to just get our feet moving. You know how important they are now. Good. So I'm just step touching on the ball of my foot. From the side, step touch, step touch. And let's try a few heels. Heel, pull, heel, pull, heel, pull. Nice. Other side. Heel, pull, heel, pull. Now while you're here, if you've got a wall, or just watch your balance, we're just going to create some bicycles. So backwards bicycles, very gentle. And then some forward bicycles. Forward bicycle. Good. Don't lift that leg too high, it's just very gentle. Try on the other side, back. Right. And we're going to rotate back in the other direction. Great. Let's come back to center. Nice and high. Relax. Out. Down. Little shake out. Well done. That's it from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Cara. That was wonderful. Let's take a moment to write Cara some of our feedback so you can send her a private chat. And while you're doing that, I'm going to speak off the top of my head. I loved your BPM choice, your beats per minute. The tempo was perfect. I did not know that second song was Australian. I thought that was American. Wait, you are muted.
Sorry, the first one was an Aussie one. Definitely not the second one. The second one was the cheese. The first one was the Aussie one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's very uplifting. And I thought your flow was excellent. You had a clear plan. You kept everybody moving. You did a great job warming up front and back body. You also addressed the neck. And with the toe taps with the flex heel, you were able to warm up the calf muscles dynamically. And just before you did that, I was thinking, oh, is she gonna warm up the calf muscles? And you did. And then you did the rotation too with the upper body, which enabled us to stretch on the horizontal plane. for next time, consider also getting into the side waist a little more, right and left side. Yeah, front and back was definitely well addressed. So you could have lessened the repetition with arch and contract, and address the side waist muscles. You did a great job with counting down, so we knew how many counts something was going to last before it changed. I really enjoyed your reverse bicycle and your bicycle exercise. I hadn't done that one before, but that's a really great way to warm up the hip sockets and the hip joint, because we do so much with our pelvis. So it's another way to cross train. And when I did go to PT, because I had some hip issues, tendonitis in my left hip, my PT had me doing big circles with my leg inside the hip joint. So I know firsthand that it's healing, and it helps rehabilitate the hips.
I started doing it because I damaged my meniscus, and as soon as my knee went, like we were saying before in the anatomy class, the second two things was the hip and the foot went, and I was like, oh my God. So I've been concentrating a lot on that. So yeah, thank you very much. I super appreciate it.
Yeah. And good for you for throwing in the right and left. I know that it's more difficult to cue that reverse cue instead of saying side, front, side, back. You're very clear with your visual cues, and there they are. Did you print out the anti-clockwise? No, you just wrote it out. Yeah, okay. Speaking of clockwise and anti-clockwise, the foot circles for the rond de jambes, they are outward and inward. And so it is clockwise from our perspective when we're moving our left leg and we're going outward, that is counterclockwise. And then when we're circling our right foot, that's clockwise. So it's not the same direction with both legs. Wow, yeah, we're going to go into that actually in Bastet. And I think that was about it. It was really an excellent warm-up. You had us start with tuning into our breath, and then we got into it, and it was just very welcoming, and I could see that it would be an accessible warm-up for many people. Yeah. All right, is everybody done with their feedback? Awesome. Great, let's take a sip of water. Yes, we're going to be moving next. And I want to also ask Lauren, do you mind warming us up next week? Okay, she's giving us the thumbs up. I'm giving you the warning now. I'm challenging some of the dancers who are already teaching to warm us up. Okay, so for those who are brand new to it, don't feel like you're next. Although you will be practice teaching some of the moves like that you'll be doing, but the warm up at the moment is something I'm asking the more experienced teachers to do. Okay, so let me spotlight myself and share my music. Here we go. Standing with your feet underneath the hip joints. Weight shifts forward over the balls, back over the heels. Center your weight over the arches. Lift all 10 toes up and release them down. Let them settle and relax. Knees soften, toe lengthened. Lower abs engaged. Heart open, shoulders roll back and down. Crown reaches up to the sky. And let's frame our hips Elbows slowly bend, creating a space between your arms and your waist. Knees soften, stand tall, down and up. 4, 3, 2, and center. Now shift weight. Right and left. Draw the navel over the right foot and left foot. 4, 3, 2, and hold. And point that right in front. And rotate the right leg in the socket. And shift the weight over to the right foot. Point the left foot front. Parallel tendu. And rotate the left leg out. And come back. Now right foot, back, left foot. And start to travel front. Roll from toe, ball to heel. And step with the left foot. Toe, ball, heel. Shift weight. Shoulder shimmy, travel back. We're going to practice this walk again. This is called the panther walk. The knees are soft and you're pushing up from the back heel to the ball. Pushing from the back heel to the ball. Let's travel around in a circle around our space and bring our arms to tabletop. Relax the shoulders down, wrist and little finger placed on the table surface, and step. Left foot, right foot. Leading with the heart. Leading with the toes. Stepping in, turn out. And facing front, let's bring that right arm up. And trace the outline of the right side. Left arm lifts up, inhale. And exhale. Now with the right hand, come up, circle your head, and push across on the horizontal line. Again, this is called vogue arms. Push across. One more time, inhale up. And exhale. Release the arm down, left arm up, and push across. Breathe. Relax those shoulders, neck is long. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, collarbones broaden. Inhale, let's release the left hand down. Add the step. Right foot front, right arm circles. Left foot steps, push across. Right arm over and push across. Step touch, shoulder shimmy back. Right touch left, left touch right. Hip shimmy, sunrise arms. Step the left foot front, left arm circles. Left, right foot steps, push. One more time, relax their shoulders. Excellent job, everybody. Step touch, shoulder shimmy. Hip shimmy, sunrise arms. Now right arm circles, left arm circles together. Keep going. I want to watch you. Yeah, so make sure, Cecilia, that your hands are not pushing at a diagonal. Try and focus on creating a vertical line, and it clears your chin. Clears your chin. Yeah? And practice stepping. Right foot, left foot. Breathe. Right foot, left foot. Step touch, shoulder shimmy. Right touch left, left touch right. One more time, here we go. Right, left. Pick up the pace. Right, just walk stationary. And shimmy. Now imagine you're painting the corner. This is called Persian arms, paint the corner. Relax the shoulders, heart stays open. If you're doing true Persian arms, the thumbs reach into the middle finger and the elbows are locked, and you're creating a 90-degree angle from your hands to your forearm. For me, I like a more reverse Persian arm, especially for beginners. So this is my belly dance version of Persian arms. Check it out. But I've studied with Persian teachers, Rana Gorgani from Paris, who is Persian, but she lives there. She has this more extreme version of Persian arms. For today, we'll activate the elbows and we'll just keep it a little more fluid instead of so straight. Yeah? So you're going to step forward, panther walk right and left. And plie, come down and up. Let's just practice that.
Does not exist.
Down and up. Plie. Breathe. And switch. Standing in left Marilyn. Right arm comes down and left arm. Relax the shoulders. And next we're going to move to wrist circle. Hold on to your right hand and keep the elbows and the fingers still. Only activating the wrist, circling out. Now let's circle in. Breathe. Holding on to the left fingers, circle the left wrist out. And circle the left wrist in. Keep the elbows still. Now imagine that you're holding both hands or both fingers. Wrist circle out, wrist circle in. Lift the arms high and let the hands release down, wrist circles. Fingers stay lifted up. Inhale up. Neck is long, waist is long. Wrist circles moving out.
Does not exist.
One more time. Now shake out the hands, shake out the feet. Moving back to Oriental tabletop, pressing the shoulders down, crown reaches to the sky. Let's stand in first position and draw the navel over the left foot, rond the jambe. Right foot front, circle the right foot back. Lead with the inside of the right heel and pull back. Let's plie and shift weight. Navel over the right ankle, left foot reaches front, ball toe, and circle behind, rooting down with the right foot. Plie, shift weight back to the left. This time, bend the left knee, circle that right foot, rond the jambe, which is French for circling the leg. Shift weight, bend the right knee, and circle that left foot. Breathe. Now lift that left arm up and see if you can create a wrist circle and lifting that right arm up, circling. As that left hand lifts, you're going to circle that right foot and lift that right arm up, shift weight, circle the left foot. Lift up with the left arm and circle, lift up with the right arm and circle. Let's move into fifth position, connecting the right heel to the left toe. Point that right foot front and circle behind. Connect the right toe to the left heel. Shift weight to the right foot. Point with the left foot and circle. Come around. Let's practice this with the arms. So starting in 5th position, right foot front. Bring that left arm up. Point, let's bring the right hand out. Circle. And lift. Circle. And lift. Circle. Breathe. One more time. Panther walk. Right foot, right arm. Left foot, left arm. Plie, Persian arm. Left arm comes up. Ram de jambe. Ram de jambe with the left foot. Circle. Twist it out. Shake, shake, shake. Good. Let's do that again. This time, start with the other side. Left foot front. Left arm circles or Vogue arm. Panther walk. Panther walk. Face the right corner. Plie down. Stand tall. Left foot circles. And shift. Right foot circles. And shift. Now let's twist right hip front, left hip front. Right hip front, left hip front. Lift that right heel, lift the left heel. Right, left, and hold. Create a diagonal slide, moving to the right ball and shift weight back to the right heel. Left ball, right heel. Left ball, right heel. Commit the weight to the right foot. Twist the right hip front. Slide back, left heel, right ball. Twist that left hip front. Smooth it out. Right heel, right ball. Left heel, left ball. Smoother. So we're moving our pelvis on an inward figure 8. If you want to activate your obliques, you can. Let's wake up our obliques. The obliques connect from the hips to the sternum. So if you think of drawing the hip in toward the sternum, you're moving in the direction of the internal oblique fibers that contract, release, and contract. And switch. Left hip coming in towards the sternum. You can feel a nice stretch in the right back. Add that to the inward figure 8. Right, contract, shift weight to the left heel. Left hip twist. Contract, shift weight to the right heel. Right ball, contract, left heel. One more time, left ball, contract, right heel. And move it out. Really using your abs. I'll show you from the side. Really contracting in. Keep going. And let's twist, twist, twist. Hold onto your elbows and hang like a rag doll. Shifting weight right to left. Let your head be heavy, let your arms be heavy. Release those arms down, shake it out. So the oblique contraction is a little more advanced. Normally for absolute beginners, it's enough just to practice shifting weight from the heel to the ball and then sliding on a diagonal. So adding the contraction is more for intermediate dancers, I would say. But it's really important and good to also drill where those oblique muscles are. Okay? So let's raise our arms up as we move through an inward figure 8. Right hip and left hip. Right hip and left hip. And change the arms, palms face out, and push away with the wrists. Creating seaweed arms So this is seaweed arms with the palms in. This is easier. Today we learned about the acromion process, which is this part of the shoulder. It allows us to lift our arms up with the palms facing each other easily. Whereas if we keep the palms down and we raise the arms up, usually the shoulders lock into the acromion process and it's harder to bring the fingers together. Yeah, it's because of that. So if you rotate, it's easier. If you lift your heart up and relax the shoulders down, it helps swing the scapular out. And so for seaweed arms, I like to keep a little space between the hands. It's easier. You're also working with the mechanics of your body. So with this, we will lift the right hip up, shortening the side waist muscles, making sure that you're pushing from the heel up through the ball, magnetizing the legs in. You're stretching the hip bone down away from the rib cage and then reaching up and switch, coming down and up. Pay attention to the ankles. Usually for beginners or people new to this, they start to roll their ankles out and come in. It's just a straight up and down action. There's no rolling of the ankle. We do that in the warm-up, but not for this move. So the left hip comes up and in. Now connect those two circles, right? Down, left, down. Moving into the sway. And now moving into the inward figure eight. And sway, up, up. If you're learning tribal style, usually the heels are rooted down into the ground and you're relying more on your muscles to create this movement. It requires more strength and flexibility. Flexibility in your Achilles, your lower calf muscles, strength in your side waist muscles, flexibility in your side waist muscles, the opposite. So it's harder. It's easier to lift the heel up. So for absolute beginners, I usually like this variation where you can allow your skeleton to help you along. So inward figure eight, sway, 4, 3, 2, 1, twist it out. Right hip now, in, left hip in, sway, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, sway, up, yeah. The seaweed arm, in, sway, and shimmy. Exhale out, shake, shake, shake. Left hip now, here we go. In, sway, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, sway, big hip circle, shifting weight, hold the weight to the right foot, moving to the left, hold the weight to the left. So the elbows act as the axes, the fingertips are tracing the circumference of a circle. When the fingers overlap with the elbows, with the forearms, the elbows lift, the wrist lift, and you open the arms out. Let's do that one more time. Left to right, clockwise, release down. Keep the heart open and shift weight over to the right. Big circle, moving right to left. Release down and open. Breathe. Next, we're going to move to the baby turn. So imagine you have a baby on your hip And you're going to lift that right hip up, the baby on your hip, rotating your upper body so you can look toward the baby. And we're turning behind ourselves, moving the baby to our other hip, to our left hip, and rotate. So instead of having both palms up, let's practice moving the hands in front of us and lead with the inside of the right wrist and the inside of the left wrist. Keeping both elbows soft, breathe. So when you move to the right, you're leading with the inside of the wrist. And you can even imagine there's a string pulling your tail back. Baby turn to the left and to the right. Looking over that right shoulder, looking over the left shoulder. Breathe. Create a spiral, circle, and go straight into the baby turn. And big hip circle, baby turn. By yourself, big hip circle, moving clockwise, and baby turn. And other direction. Baby turn. Okay, release it out. Good job. Maki, instead of having the arms so high for the baby turn, can you bring the arms so that it frames your hips? It frames your hips. Big hip circle. The arms frame the hips instead of having the arms here. Yeah? Can I see everybody do that one more time? Big hip circle into baby turn, doesn't matter which direction. Yeah. Anna, when you do the two movements, see if you can fuse them together without a stop. So instead of doing the big hip circle, stop, and then doing the baby turn, can you make it continuous? Yeah. Continuous. Yes, that's it. That's it. Good. Awesome. Excellent, everybody. Let's put it together. We're going to put everything together. So this is our 4 counts of 8. Going to pull this back. Here we go. Panther walk. Right, left, plie, down, Persian arms, ram de jambe, left wrist circles, left ram de jambe, right wrist circles, inward figure 8, sway, 4, 3, 2, 1, big hip circle, baby turn. Left foot, left vogue arms. Right foot, right vogue arms. Persian, left ram de jambe, right wrist circles. Left wrist circles. Inward figure 8, right hip, left hip. Sway. Big hip circle moving counterclockwise and baby turn. And twist it out. That was 4 counts of 8 on the left side. Let's do that again. Here we go. Right, left, plie, ram de jambe. Ram de jambe. Inward figure 8. Sway. Big hip circle. Baby turn. Let's take a pause and breathe. Get ready to do it on the other side. Here we go. Left foot. Bug arms, pigeon arms, ram the jam, ram the jam. Inward figure 8, sway. Big hip circle, and baby turn. And twist. Shake it out. Let's do that a little bit more. I'm going to reduce the BPM. One more time on the right, one more time on the left. Here we go. 1, 2. Coming back.
Does not exist.
Circle. And turn. Ram the jam. Big circle. Baby turn. And twist it out. Shake, shake, shake. You want to try it by yourself? Give it a go. I'm going to take myself off spotlight. So the machine's deciding, Zoom's deciding. Begin, here we go. Panther walk. Okay, I'll count you in. Reset, reset. Okay, let me answer some questions before I have you guys go for it. So Belinda's asking, when we go into the baby turn, I don't think my correct hip is always correct. Basically, whatever direction your big hip circle is, that is the same direction of the baby turn. Just follow the same direction. And Oxy is asking, before we cool down, you have a question about the panther walk. Okay, what was your question, Oxy? What is your question?
When we're leading into it, you're asking us to tendu to the front, but then it seems like sometimes you really lift the knee and place it down, and sometimes it slides. Like, what is ideally what you're doing with the leg when you're taking it out and then ball, heel, lift? I get that. It's like, what does that leading leg ideally do?
Yeah, I think what I'm doing is modifying based on space. And so with a panther walk, I'm not able to travel quite as far just because of space, making sure I'm still visible. But if you have space and it's not an issue, of course, you're basically asking, do you slide or not? And I think it depends on the choreography and the space, because sometimes if you need to get out onto stage and it's a big stage, then you end up modifying and you end up pointing, leading the toe and sliding before you put it down. But for today's exercise, it's toe, ball, heel, toe, ball, heel. There's no sliding in front. You're rocking off that back foot. Yeah. Was that your question? Did I answer it?
Sort of, but I guess it comes to, so a panther walk has more to do with the feet being toe, ball, heel than anything else?
You lead with the front part of the foot as opposed to the heel. So this is the pedestrian walk. This is the walk that we do when we're traveling down the street, or if we're doing more of a floating walk in Chinese dance, this is the cloud step. So instead of leading with the heel, we're leading with the toe. Leading with the toe for panther walk. And panther walk has a turnout. So it's not parallel, there's a slight turnout. Okay. All right. So let's do it. Any other questions before you guys try it out? I can call it out for you. Get ready. Here we go.
Does not exist. Does not exist. Does not exist.
Taking myself off spotlight. 3, 2, 1, begin panther walk. Plie, rond de jambe, inward figure 8, sway, 4, 3, 2, a big turn, big circle, and baby turn. Yes, okay. Let's reset. Other side, panther walk. Plie, rond de jambe, inward figure 8, sway, big circle, baby turn. All right, nice. Okay, let's just clarify which arm moves with Vogue arms. So when you step with the right foot, that right arm circles the head. When you step with the left foot, the left arm circles. And the back arm comes down and up. Just follow the direction of the arm. So when you plie, imagine you're sliding down a wall. So your shoulders and your hips are more or less in line with each other. I see some of you doing this, leaning forward. It's beautiful. I guess it's just a little different from the choreography right now. We're coming down and up, and then this hand continues. Circle and lift and circle and shift weight, and then inward figure 8, and push out. Big circle and baby turn. Some of you are looking down at your hip like you're looking at the baby. And most of the time, you can just keep your eyes at the horizon. Yeah, just gaze out. Okay. Usually for my absolute beginner students, I'm always reminding them to take their eyes off the floor because they don't need any extra prompting to stare down. But to look at the horizon or look up, that's not as easy. Yeah. Let's put together the beginning, the first 4 counts of 8 of Bastet, okay? Let me walk us through once, and then we will add it on. Leading with the right foot, undulation box, walking camel. Right, left, step together, step with a sway, left foot back, right foot back, step together, step. Walk, walk, drag, walk in a circle. Right, left, right, facing the front left diagonal, front to back step, optional, 3/4 shimmy, cross turn, face front. Then start immediately into Vogue arms, plie, come up, from the jambe, wrist circle, from the jambe, wrist circle, inward figure 8, and sway with seaweed arms, palms out, big hip circle, and baby turn. Left foot leads, undulation box, step together, step, right foot back, step together, step, walk, walk, drag, left, right, left, right, front right diagonal, front to back with a 3/4 shimmy, cross turn. Left foot, left arm, face the right corner, plie, stand tall, from the jambe, and switch, from the jambe, and switch. Inward figure 8, sway, Big hip circle into baby turn. So that was our 8 counts of 8 on each side. Let's try music. Here we go.
Fun, baby.
Fun, baby. I hope it's fun for you guys. Bastet is a cat. So I want you to stay very feline, a little bit more grounded, more serpentine, more feline. You can think of your animals. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Walking hip, undulation box. Walk, walk, drag. Face the left corner. Cross turn. Panther walk. Plie. Rhumba jambe. Inward figure 8. Sway. Seaweed arms. Big hip circle. Baby turn. Left foot, walking camel. Step together, step. Right foot back. Step together, step. Walk, walk, drag, left foot leads. Facing the front right diagonal.
Does not exist.
Cross turn.
Does not exist.
Left foot, panther walk, bow arms.
Does not exist.
Left rhumba jambe. Right rhumba jambe. In. Sway. Big hip circle. And turn. And twist it out. Shake, shake. All right. How we doing, guys? You guys good? Do you think you can try that on your own? Part 1 and part 2. Some of you are drinking water. Okay, one more time with me. I'm not seeing any nods from anybody. Is anybody nodding? If you can give me a thumbs up, I'll let you do it on your own. No one's giving me a thumbs up. I guess I'm doing it with you guys. Here we go. Get ready, I'm gonna face you this time. Start with that right leg, here we go. Right, left. Step together, step, left foot back. Walk, walk, drag. Facing the corner, front to back. Cross turn. Panther walk. Plie, Persian arms. Rhumba jambe. Wrist circle. Inward figure 8. Way. Big hip circle. Baby turn. Left foot, walking camel. Step together, step. Right foot back. Sway. Walk, walk, drag. Face the right corner. Cross turn. Left panther walk. Bow arms. Plie. Rhumba jambe. Inward figure 8. Sway. Big circle. Cross. And baby turn. And twist, twist, twist. Shake, shake, shake. Release down. Hang like a rag doll. Arms and head heavy. Navel to spine. Slowly roll up. Interlace your fingers. Fold forward. Head shakes, no. Head nods, yes. Arms release down, knees soften, and slowly roll up. Who remembers the Ma'at combo? Anybody? We should review the Ma'at combo too, at least once. Get ready. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop and kick. Reverse up. 3-step turn. Shoulder shimmy, plie. Choo-choo. Float to the left. Float to the right. And twist walk. Arabesque. Twist walk. Better step.
Nor will it ever.
Down and up, Arabic, left, right, chasse, chasse, cross in front, shift weight, out, Maya, 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 piston, hips. Yes? Remember? Okay, let me just turn up the volume a little. Let's take it to the other side. Here we go. Left leg, left, right, right. Hip drop and kick. Release down, reverse up. 3-step turn to the left. Plie, shoulder shimmy. Choo-choo, eagle arms. Sunrise. Twist walk. Twist walk. Better step. Arabic. Chasse, right, left, cross in front. Move out, outward figure 8. Maya. Piston, hips. Yes. Good. All right. Because I want to make sure you have enough time to practice teach. Let's just take a deep breath in and release out. Interlace your fingers behind your thighs, drop your head, navel to spine, wag your tail, release the arms down, and slowly lift up, shake it out. So you guys will just have to practice those combos, you know? We're through 8 counts of 8 for both Ma'at and Bastet. And we have another 8 counts coming up with Hathor, okay? So you will be tested on these combos. And this is my way of seeing how you can execute the technique. And remember, you're not going to teach these combos as they are for absolute beginners because it's too much. What's important is to share the technique. However, for our brains and to make sure that I can see you doing the different technique of the curriculum, this is like a summary. So that's how the combos play into all of this, yeah? And when I'm about to teach an absolute beginner course, I'll just review the combos in my head, and then I'll remember, oh, okay, for Ma'at, the outward figure 8, the Maya, those are the 2 figure 8s that belong to that goddess. And this is just for the Belly Queen curriculum. For your own curriculum, you can choose whatever moves you desire to go with whichever course you're putting together. So I'm just saying this is just how I've arranged it. However, you have the freedom to choose, oh, okay, well, I want this set of movements to go into my course. And the thinking behind which movements to choose has to do with trying to space out the more difficult movements, the more challenging movements for beginners. So for example, actually, before I tell you, I'm curious how many of you think specific movements are more difficult. Write down into the chat which movements you think of Ma'at and Bastet are more challenging for absolute beginners to learn. Just choose one, anyone. Piston hips. Yeah, they're more difficult than regular hips. They're up hips. I sometimes call piston hips down hips because they're you're contracting the glute or lifting the opposite hip. Oh, okay, Kiara, left. Figure eights. Which ones? Both. Well, there are 4 basic ones: out, in, down, and up. And then in Hathor, we'll learn the single-sided figure 8 with one hip. Yeah. Inward figure 8 is the hardest. One of the hardest. Sway is not easy either. Yeah, panther walk, most people are leading with a heel, so leading with a toe is not easy. In my experience, the walking hip circle, which is coming up in Hathor, that's really hard. The cross turn is hard for absolute beginners. Walking camel is really hard. It's easier to do the camel stationary. And then once you start traveling with it, it's more difficult. Belinda's like, all of it. All of it, it's all hard. Yeah, I mean, some people are gonna find certain moves easier than others. 3/4 shimmies are challenging too. Shanae turns are hard. What I've basically done is I've separated out the more difficult moves so that you don't end up with learning all of the most challenging moves on the first day in the first class, you know. So if they're spaced out over time, it makes it easier. So you can chunk it down and your students are more likely to win. If they feel like they're winning, if they're succeeding, they're more likely to come back. But if you scare them off with really hard moves, then they'll just give up. They'll say, oh, I'm not destined to dance, you know. So changing directions. It depends on the person, it does. Yeah. Yeah, if you go to Brazil, where most people are used to shaking their pelvis and their hips from samba, something like a shimmy is easy, right? But if you go to America, North America, where we're not used to moving our hips or our pelvis, then it's more challenging to get that move. To get like a nice loose shimmy, it's harder. Yeah. So I'm going to send you another, oh, can you even see it? This is all the movements that will be divided into the families. So I'll send this along with the Hathor notes. And with some of these movements, you're going to see a little asterisk next to a specific movement. And I've notated that because they're, in my opinion, the more difficult movements for an absolute beginner to learn. Flutter is hard as well. And some of these movements are hard for professional dancers. It's not just for absolute beginners. So yeah, it's helpful to know. With that, let's take a 5-minute break and we're gonna come back. Okay, dive into some practice teaching. All right, goodbye.